understand what's going on as quickly as possible. The more we know, the more we can do. Already, it's very clear that this is a serious epidemic. We're talking about something that is more contagious than SARS and slightly or somewhat less deadly.
Over 2,000 people infected with the coronavirus. As patients continue to pack into hospitals, medical supplies are running low. Masks, gloves, and surgical gowns.
Umakyat na sa halos 600 ang confirmed global cases ng 2019 novel coronavirus o Wuhan virus, with a death toll at 17 as of Thursday, January 23.
Yes, this is Josh once again, and welcome back to the vlog. And sa video to, I'm going to just comment on the recent motion or talagang ang dami-dami ng lumalabas na issues right now about the so-called coronavirus. And in fact, dun lang sa office namin, kasi ang office namin is sa mall. Building that we're on, ang dami talaga doong mga Chinese. A lot of people are panicking because karamihan sa kanila are wearing masks. What makes me uncomfortable is dahil nga may mga Chinese dun sa facility na saan kami nag-office, talagang makikita mo na even them, ilang na rin sila kasi they felt like probably naramdaman din nila na other people might think that they carry the virus and all that. And there are really people na talagang pag nakatingin sa kanila as if minsan sa elevator, they don't want to get in until wala talaga silang kasama mga Chinese. And I just felt like kung kanina nalupot ako ng restroom sa office, one of my colleague mentioned na why don't you just create a vlog? Because there are a lot of things I don't know about it. Sabi ko, sige, I'll try. And I felt like, sige, try natin. Just to set your expectations. My purpose here is just to at least share awareness, just like everybody else. I'm also a layman. Okay, I'm not an expert, nor a medical practitioner or a scientist. But, it doesn't require you to be one, to be like one, to at least gain information or knowledge that will make you on top or protect you from acquiring the virus. So I think it's important that everybody, like us, normal people, we know what the virus is and how can we avoid having one. So at least we'll be able to protect ourselves and disseminate correct information. So at least we can, advise other people to avoid the spread of this. Ano ba talaga yung coronavirus? Because a lot of things, like I'm hearing, may coronavirus na doon sa Philippines, or meron na daw talagang confirmed na victim, or nakakuha ng coronavirus and all that. And I was like, okay, which coronavirus? Let's just face the reality na right now, ang laman lang naman ng mga news and the media is the 2019 novel coronavirus, or the ones that originated or started in China, diba? Now, that's why when I hear it, the next question would be, okay, coronavirus, what strain? Like, you might be asking, why is it important to know at the end of the day it's coronavirus? Coronavirus is coronavirus. Yeah, I understand. But my take really personally is we might be spreading so much worry, so much fear to the people around us. Just to share some insights here, I have had friends, or I have friends currently, or even colleague who doesn't want to go to work anymore. Imagine that. He doesn't want to go out anymore. He doesn't want to go to work anymore. He doesn't want to go to school anymore. Just because whenever he wants something on the television, talagang nakakatakot, nazozombify yung mga tao, sumusuka ng dugo, and many more. And I think for me, if you don't have that right knowledge and adequate knowledge of it, madali ka masusway, madali ka maniniwala. And that's probably my purpose why I'm doing this. Okay? So, first, let's tackle. It's important to know what really is coronavirus. So this is based from WHO. The coronavirus, or what we call CoV, is a large family of viruses, causes illness ranging from colds and severe diseases. Particularly, ito yung cause ng MERS-CoV. Ayan, so meron na tayong bagong term, MERS-CoV And the other one is the SARS-CoV. MERS-CoV or SARS-CoV. Diba before yung SARS-CoV, sobrang grabe rin yung kalampag niyan sa media, kalampag niyan sa balita. Right now, kinakalampag naman sa atin is itong sinasabi nga the 2019 novel coronavirus na nag-start nga sa China. And then there's another one, the SARS-CoV, or what they call the Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. Naging popular to noong 2002, if I'm not mistaken, na halos lahat ng pumapasok ng mga OFW talagang they have to make sure, more specifically kasi sa China nag-originate yan, they want to make sure that they're free from SARS-CoV at least, so at least they will not be able to, spread the virus here in the Philippines. So, I think it's important na when we talk about something, when we talk about coronavirus, we get to identify, ano bang coronavirus yan? Diba? For me, it really matters a lot. So, what really is, ano ba yung coronavirus na yan? And why do we have to know that what coronavirus is? According to WHO as well, it's a virus that is zoonotic, which means it can be passed on from an animal to a human. So, ganun kasimple. So, mula sa hayop, pwede maipasa sa tao because as far as I know, there are other viruses that you're not able to transmit, or other viruses from animals that you're not able to transmit to humans. Okay? And investigations, particularly yung SARS-CoV nga, according to WHO, it was transmitted from a civet cat. So you guys are familiar with the civet cat is, right? It's very popular in Indonesia, that's where the most expensive coffee come from. And there were studies saying that that's where it was transmitted, from that civet cat to humans. And then the next one is the MERS-CoV, or the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or the MERS-CoV. Ito naman, it was believed, or based from studies, it originated from Saudi Arabia. That's why it's called Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. Okay, so if you notice, the majority of these viruses right, so particularly the respiratory system, so dyan ay nagka-start ka magkaroon ng mga sipon-sipon, mga ubo-ubo, but how does it really being transmitted to humans? So according also again to WHO, there are investigations found that so basically yung Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or the MERS-CoV, if you would notice, these coronavirus are transmitted from animals such as camels, or animals such as camels, cattle, right? Ano ba yan? Mga bats, mga paniki, at saka yung mga pusa. So ulitin lang natin, no? SARS-CoV, it's the virus that particularly attack the respiratory system of a person or of a human being. Siguro nagkakaiba-iba lang sila kung saan sila nanggagaling, diba? Whereas the MERS-CoV, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or the MERS-CoV, natatransmit siya sa papaanong paraan ba? Sa pagbahing, sa pag-ubo. That's why proper hygiene, it's very important. And, you need to be responsible also, most especially if you're in a public place. Elevators, mall, markets, public utility. First, pag-usapan muna natin yung MERS-CoV, or the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. Okay? So, where did it start and when did it start? Nagsimula siya noong 2012. Gaano kagrabe itong MERS-CoV na to before? Let's say may na-report na 3 to 4 namamatay. So, paano? Yung colds, yung too much cough, and shortness of breath. So, it really attacks your respiratory system. And for this particular virus, it can affect like from age 1 to 99 years of age. And most of the time, nung na-report siya before, nakukuha yung virus. Let's say, for example, you're gonna take care of someone na may MERS-CoV. That's the time you get to acquire the virus because you get it from, having a close contact, human-to-human contact from the person who's already acquired. Sabi ko kanina, yung common symptoms ng MERS-CoV is yung colds, simpleng sipon, nauubo, nahihirapan huminga, or parang hinahabol yung hininga. Fatality rate was high, like quite high, because imagine that's almost half ng na-report na nagkaroon nito actually died. Other people experience diarrhea, vomiting. Those are the more advanced stage, if I would put it that way. And kung mapapansin ninyo, halos lahat ng mga the propensity of you acquiring the disease is quite high if you are immunocompromised. Not literally immunocompromised like people who's living with HIV, but also those people who got a very low level of immune system or low level of immunity, particularly the elderly or the young ones, the babies and all that. That's the reason why it's important that if you have a pre-existing conditions like diabetes, cancer, chronic lung disease, you need to do extra precautionary measures, because once it gets into your system, it will be very difficult for you to survive. So that's also something that I'd like to highlight. No, my take really is there are studies right now, and there are a lot of things in the news saying that 160 na yata yung namamatay all over the world about it. But but have we quantified also how many people are dying just because of diabetes, of complications of diabetes, or how many people has died because of hypertension or cardiovascular diseases? Again, I don't want to take that further, but my take really is it's okay to panic, but too much of panicking wouldn't give you any benefit at all, most especially if your life being compromised. Like, you don't want to go to work anymore, ayaw mo na mag-aral. Life must go on, like, not just because we have the disease all over the places, hindi ka nalalabas ng bahay. Diba? But I think it's important that you know enough information about it, and once you know enough information about it, you can contribute to, you know, being able to share awareness and, you know, act out, you know, risks reduction measures for you not to be able to get one. If you've already acquired one, it doesn't mean it's end of the world. That's why our government working hard, collaborating with the international community to ensure that we get the cure and find a way on how to battle this virus. So, and that's just the MERS-CoV for now. Let's proceed what SARS-CoV is. Paano siya natatransmit? Gaya na sinabi natin kanina, it's zoonotic. So it's being transferred or transmitted from an animal to individual or to a human being, and from human being to another human being. Alright, you possess a very high risk of acquiring one if you're immunocompromised or your immune system is quite low. And at the same time, if you are having a physical contact with somebody who possess or was suspected to having a virus.
Officials now believe the Wuhan coronavirus can be transmitted from one person to another.
Sila tinawag na coronavirus. I remember it was Francis Puduque. Nung tinanong siya, I think it was DZMM, sabi, ba't tinawag na coronavirus? Because literally, the virus, if you get to see it in the microscope, so obviously it's not something that you can see with your naked eye. So it is microscopic in nature, and you get to see that the virus really have that crown-like spike na para talagang corona. That's why it was called coronavirus. And more than knowing how it looks like, it's important also to understand what are these human coronaviruses types. So yun nga, pinag-usapan na natin yung the SARS-CoV, the MERS-CoV, and right now itong kumakalampag sa atin dito sa Pilipinas at sa buong mundo, itong 2019 novel coronavirus. Sabi naman natin itong SARS-CoV na to, ito naman kinalampag tayo nito back in, if I'm not mistaken, 2003. North America, South America, Asian countries, and Europe. Diba? And gaya na sinabi ko kanina, it was transmitted from camel, or no, not from camel, but from the civet cat. And it was believed that it originated based from studies sa China. I remember nung kasagsagan nitong SARS na to, parang ito yung mga napapabalita sa TV na pag naka-receive ka ng mga sulat, tapos pag binuksan mo, parang may something doon na containing the SARS virus nga. So why before, I remembered, sobrang careful na mga tao na mag-open ng mga sulat mo, especially for it came internationally, ayaw. Kasi nga parang sinasabi na pinapakalat daw yun But it doesn't make any sense because if it's being transmitted from human to human, I don't think that the virus is still, again, I'm not a doctor, hindi ako doktor, pero kadalasan naman kasi, diba, the virus resides in our body. And probably, hindi naman siguro ganun katagal mabubuhay yung virus na yan for that matter. So, I don't know if it's just a fiction or a fact. And, well, I'll just keep it at that for now. But, what I know is, according here, October 5, 2012, the National Select Agent Registry Program published a final rule declaring SARS coronavirus as a select agent. Ibig sabihin daw, a select agent is a bacterium or isang uri ng virus or toxin na that could pose a potential and severe threat to public health. Talagang naging national concern. So ito naman, kung itong gano'n naman kabagsik itong si SARS-CoV. So according to studies, it was first recognized in China again, and back in November 2002. And the outbreak really started from 2002 to 2003. So ganun siya katagal bago siya na-contain kasi hindi na siya masyadong kumakalampag ngayon sa international community kasi umaksena na si 2019 novel coronavirus. So it has, based from studies and the data, 8,098 probable causes including 774 deaths. Since 2004, there have not been any known cases of SARS-CoV infection reported anywhere in the world. So, that's it. It has been contained already. So, kung na-contain natin tong SARS-CoV na to, kung na-contain natin tong MERS-CoV na to, I'm sure kaya nating i-battle tong 2019 novel coronavirus. How? Just have to have that enough knowledge at hindi yung tipong hindi ka na papasok or hindi ka na mag-aaral just because ayaw makakuha ng disease. Diba? Kung nalagpasan natin yun before, I'm sure malalagpasan din natin itong sakit na to. Kung meron lang tayong twasto at sapat na kalat. Alright, so, I guess, natakal na natin kung ano yung dapat natin pag-usapan so far. If you are watching this video, hopefully, as I become a journalist in the future, that's what I'd like to advocate on. Like, let's not spread fake news. It's okay if our intention is crystal clear that we would just want to raise awareness. But I think it comes with a certain level of responsibility as well. Dapat maging responsable rin tayo at makita natin kung ano ba yung pwede maging outcome nito. Are we sharing the right information? If yes, how will this impact, let's say, a layman pag nabasa niya yun? Right? So aside from sharing that information, probably, share a little more understanding about it or, at least study or research bago ma-click yung share. Tama ba yung sinishare mo? Kasi once na share mo na yan, makikita na ng mga tao and you wouldn't know kung ano yung pwede maging impact niyan sa buhay niya. And that's how powerful the media is. I think it's important also that aside from us having that sincerity and making sure that we disseminate information, part of it is we obtain a certain level of responsibility that we are really sharing the right information. We also have to look into what could be the implication of this to the neutral public or to a layman, for example. Diba? You wouldn't want your mom to panic. You wouldn't want your dad that is hypertensive or that has a tendency to have a heart attack pag nabasa niyo just because it's too much to take. And there are better ways, like not confirm nor deny whether the virus is really in the Philippines or not. Who can confirm? Diba? I cannot confirm. Doctors cannot confirm, and it can only be confirmed by experts given that they have the facility. And as far as I know, because there are a lot of rumors right now saying that in our building na lang, parang may bumulong na meron na daw kinikure sa 15th floor, sinugod daw sa hospital, it's confirmed coronavirus. For one, I know it's coronavirus, but which strand of coronavirus is that? Is that the 2019 novel coronavirus? Because if it is, then magpanic na tayo. But you don't even know. Kidding aside, that person, you don't even know how to use the masks. Whether it's the blue one or the white one, yung nasa labas or nasa loob. and then you're gonna tell me it's confirmed and the source was reliable. There was another one. May nag-message na keso yung kapatid daw niya, it's a reliable source. Talagang maniwala na because may ginagamot na daw sa medical safety, hindi lang sinasabi sa media. Or there's another case in Alabang. And many and the likes. Like, what is your purpose? Like, why do you have to do that? Are you trying to scare people? Yeah, scaring people could, push them a little, could put them into a state where they get to be more careful. But what if not? What if they would stop living their lives? What if they get to limit themselves just because ayaw na nila, takot na sila sa virus, ayaw na nila lumbas, ayaw na nila mag-aral, ayaw na nila pumasok sa trabaho, ano na lang mangyayari sa kanila? Importante na we validate, diba? Kasi who amongst anyone will be able to confirm, diba? As far as I know, it's just the DOH, which in where RITM, which is the facility, can actually do it, diba? As far as I know, you cannot even confirm whether it is really a strain of a 2019 novel coronavirus because none of our facilities will be able to. Does not that capability and the capacity to confirm. In fact, it has to be transferred, it has to be transmitted, or it has to be given to Victorian government, or in Australia particularly, I'm not sure if it's in Melbourne and Victoria, because they have the facility to really identify what strain or what kind of virus that is. It may be a coronavirus, but as of now, as of this time, as of yet, we don't have any facility to confirm if it's really the 2019 novel coronavirus. Diba? And yet, we are already spreading the news that it is really a 2019 novel coronavirus. Just because of what we have read it somewhere. So I'd like to end this video by just, what really is my take here. So it has become already a national concern, particularly nakarating na rin siya sa World Health Organization. And I guess everybody doing their best within their power to ensure that we get to eliminate risks of acquiring one. I think our experts, scientists, medical practitioners are doing their best to ensure that we get to find a cure on how we'll be able to battle this virus. And at the same time, for us laymen, I think while we are very much concerned of disseminating information, what comes along with it also is a certain level of responsibility to ensure that we are sharing the right information. The genuine intention of informing, increasing awareness for everybody to be prepared on how they can prevent or on how they can be able to not transmit the virus, but not to scare people or to actually use it as an object for mockery, because it's not something to mock about. It's not funny. It isn't funny at all because it's disturbing, really, seriously, for a very high level. And listen to the video, got a very basic knowledge of it. You'll be confident now. Kasi ako gano'n lang naman ako, and I always listen to the news. Lagi yan. I always listen to experts more than listening to my katabi or more than listening to somebody na hindi naman talaga credible. You have to listen to people who has credibility, who has the position, who has the right, who has the enough facility, who studied long years about this, and not just, believing from somebody na kung sino-sino lang. Again, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, if yung SARS-CoV na yan, there had been no reported cases anymore, 2004, at we were able to battle it successfully, I'm sure time will come that we'll be able to battle also this. How? Right amount of information on prevention and how to cure it. And at the same time, what are the risk reduction efforts that we can do on a day-to-day basis? Let's say, for example, pag nasa crowded places ka, ano yung mga dapat mong gawin, yung pagbahin mo, pag-disinfect ng sarili mo, paghugas mo ng kamay ng maayos 3 times a day, meron kang alcohol and all that. And if we have all these information, I think we will be able to lessen the risk of having one. Again, I would say, kung nakapasok na din talaga yung virus sa atin, or kung nakapasok man talaga yung virus, what can we do? Wala naman tayong magagawa. It's already inevitable na hindi siya ma-spread. But the most that you can do is to strengthen your immunity. Remember, this is a virus that we're talking about, and we have talked about that you have an internal mechanism, you have that internal soldier in you to fight back these viruses. And this is the thing that you can control, diba? Why would you spend so much effort of going through things that it's beyond your control? Hindi, wala kang mang magic na mawawala na yung SARS-CoV na yan, or yung MERS-CoV na yan, or yung 2019 novel coronavirus. It's beyond what you're capable of doing. You can't put a stop of it. But why not focus your energy of the things that you have control of? If not zero it out, lessen the possibility or the risks of having one. And these are the things we talked about: prevention, right? Increasing your immunity or making sure that you're healthy, right? Trying to avoid places na maraming tao, and if you'll be in there, make sure you wear masks and the likes. And these are the things that wouldn't require you to be expert. Hindi mo kailangan maging eksperto. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a scientist for you to know those, because it's just a matter of knowing, reading, and watching vlogs like this would put you ahead of everybody else. And lastly, since I'm an advocate of information dissemination and responsible journalism, let's just make sure, because I would say that we are journalists in our own ways. Because of the social media, everybody becomes journalists now. You click the share button, you click like button, you share it, majority of people will react and they will share. That makes you not a journalist professionally, but at some point, the purpose and the goal and the role of a journalist, you have done it. And to me, it takes a lot of responsibility to be one. And I think we have to start doing it now. So, yun lang guys. If you feel that the video is helpful and you've learned a lot of things about it, and you feel like people deserves to know more information about it, I had to say this video in English, because also if other people in other countries will be able to watch it, I wanna at least share a little information. And the information I've provided, I've seen just on the internet, but those are very credible sites, and I'll put it on the description box para at least makita ninyo naman. And that's just about it, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, like the video. You can share it in other social media platforms. I would appreciate it. If you care about your relatives or loved ones, you can share the video, and hopefully, in my own little way, I will be able to help, and same as you as well. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!